Everybody. Thank you for coming out to the meeting on this warm summer 2.0 night. Just to let everyone know that the meeting is being recorded and streamed live for public viewing on the town's YouTube page. If anyone has any pecuniary interest during the meeting tonight, please declare it at that time. In the package in front of us, we have the minutes from the last meeting. I have a motion here, moved by Gord, seconded by Mike, that the minutes be adopted on special event committee, and that those confidential minutes in closed sessions of the committee remain confidential and restricted from public disclosure in accordance with exemptions provided in the Municipal Freedom of Information Privacy Act. Those are referring to the minutes, August 12th, 2024. They are in front of us. If anyone has had time to peruse them and if there's any errors, omissions, updates, let us know. Anybody have anything? Nope, seeing none. All in favor? Approved. Thank you. It'll be a relatively quick meeting tonight. There really isn't an awful lot to discuss. Moving on to 6, business arising from previous minutes, Halloween update. I'll admit I haven't given this event any thought whatsoever. I'm kind of more so moved on to the Christmas event right now. The last 3 months. Does anyone else want to start off with what we're thinking of? Gord, you had the date, right?
Yeah, the 26th of October booked. And I was informed that Arrow Village sometimes runs a Halloween party. I went to the school to verify if they're having a party or not. No, nothing's planned this year at Arrow Village School. So we won't be conflicted with them in any way.
Okay. See that the Legion is also having a trick or trunk, I think it is, coming up in October as well. I'm just not sure what that is right now.
I was given positive view of the Optimist Club that they'd be willing to help us out.
Okay. Help us out in the respect
way we asked.
Like Easter, kind of
similar like the Easter. That's what I suggested.
Okay.
Usually they do it on Halloween, but the trick or trunk.
Okay. So, obviously, I think we have to have a subcommittee meeting, but does anybody want to kind of take this one on? I honestly don't have any time right now to even think about it.
Okay, fine. Do we know what it would be nice to do something like, I know for the Easter event, we had the petting zoo. I don't know if there's something Halloweeny that we could do, like, I mean, does anybody have any thoughts? Has anybody been to any like events that they've had a Halloween theme to?
Ones that are appropriate for children.
Like haunted house kind of thing.
Like, it would be nice to do a haunted house kind of thing, or even like, cause like when you walk in, you've got an okayishly long hallway that we could even kind of extend out. With maybe some like curtain type, like something from like an events company, some like curtain type things to kind of make it a little longer.
In the foyer there.
Yeah, or even maybe have it as part of the area so that maybe the little kids can avoid it if they don't want to go through it.
Oh, yeah.
That hole is big enough too that you could probably just have like a little haunted square at the back.
Yeah.
And have any kids who are brave enough to go inside, go to like 3 different stations. And then the rest could just be like, standard crafts.
Yeah.
Picture opportunities and like a cutout or something like that.
Yeah.
So kind of treats, etc.
Yeah. What are everyone's thoughts? I know last year we did the pumpkins. I wonder if we want to just stick more with crafts rather than decorating pumpkins this year. The event is close enough to Halloween, though. We could have people bring their pumpkins to decorate. We have the stuff. Like, we have a lot of leftovers from last year. Although I don't know how the optimists feel about the mess of it.
So we put down plastic
Yeah.
and I don't think, they'd be cutting them up too. much.
No, we weren't,
They'll just fall apart.
we weren't carving them, we were just painting them and like decorating them.
So we can probably get some plastic down on the floors and that.
If you are interested in a haunted house, I know Harmony for Youth in Sarnia used to run a haunted house. It was at the Roosters on the Gold Mile. And it was also in the Bayside Mall. And they kind of do it as a fundraiser for them, and they get all the kids must participate. If you want, I can reach out and see if they still want to do it, because Roosters is kind of not really available right now for them to do anything.
Yeah,
I can reach out just to see A, if they're interested, and B, if there's cost,
yeah,
if you want.
wouldn't hurt.
What age are you doing this haunted house to?
I think the haunted house would probably be like 8 up. Probably, and the event itself would be all ages. My thoughts, but. You might get some brave 5 and 6-year-olds, but yeah.
What's your thoughts, Brenda? See, you're thinking.
I just think the bigger kids will go to Brighton. To
Or Reaper's Row.
Reaper's Realm.
Yeah,
If it's something where we're doing a rental and they're kind of putting it all together, otherwise we're trying to do it on our own. I don't know. We don't really have enough people.
I don't know that we could pull off a haunted house on our own. I think we need something, we need something or somebody or some sort of support, for sure.
That's maybe where that
Yeah,
Harmony for Youth might be able to step in. I'll call Richard tomorrow on that. We set a budget, we have absolutely no clue right now. Budget's healthy, I will say, so we do have some dollars. To hold over into it, but why don't we have a subcommittee meeting to
yeah, can we,
really?
maybe at least approve a budget for treat bags and that kind of stuff, because then we can at least get that started earlier on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, that way we can shop around a little bit more for it too anyway. Because we had, what did we have at the Easter event? Probably 200 kids.
Yeah, we had that at least.
No, we have more than that, didn't
We
we?
had 300 bags.
We had 300 bags when we ran out.
Probably we ran out.
Yeah,
Did you think the magic show wouldn't be something for Halloween?
the magic, yeah, I did see that. I wasn't sure if that you were sending that for Halloween or for events next year or.
Well, I guess it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
He is available that day, but I don't know what the budget is.
I quickly looked at it, Brenda. I haven't really, but it was like 3,500-ish, wasn't it?
It depends on the package. He would recommend doing like his show, which I think he said was like 35 or 40 minutes. And then he does kind of a walk around, usually after. He does do it before, but he said usually then he's walking around the crowd and nobody really knows who he is. So after, I mean, he can do the balloons. I think he also offered 5 or 6 tricks that you can, if you get emails from people that attend, then he emails them how to do tricks, like to learn how to do them at home.
Okay.
I asked if it was age appropriate. I think if you looked at it, he has been featured on City TV, CTV. I think he's done a bunch of pretty big corporation events. I mean, obviously geared sometimes for older people, but again, I don't know what the budget is.
I'm assuming he's from Toronto then.
He is from
Okay.
So the option 1 is just 2 hours of walking around through the crowd then? So,
yeah.
but option 2 is it just the show or would he also walk around a bit? Oh, no, sorry, that's option 3 is the 2 hours plus the show. Yeah, it's anywhere from. And does that include travel as well, or is that, yeah. 2,000 to.
He said he had to look up to see where Wyoming was. He really had no idea.
I don't know if, I think it would be interesting. I don't know if we want to spend that, like, even the smallest package is 2,000 plus tax. I don't know if we want to spend that on Halloween.
We only have Halloween and Christmas
Yeah.
left, right? And we have a healthy budget.
Yeah,
I might have another magic show option I can track down. I haven't talked to the guy for a while, but I can, just for comparison's sake. Okay.
Would he just do it off the stage then, kind of thing?
Well, he would do it on stage and then when his show is done, he would
He
walk
just-
around, because he said then people, they're interested and they walk up to him and.
Okay.
I just thought maybe we didn't really wanna nickel and dime the only other event we're doing in Hemlock.
Mhm. As long as we're getting our bang for a buck, I guess.
You never know.
Yeah,
He
no,
did
you
say
never
in the
know.
video, I don't know, like,
yeah, it did look cool in the video, yeah.
Yeah, I think if we get out to have our other school, Arrow School, and even St. Mike's and that, we get the kids, if we get. And notices that it's going.
Well, and with a bigger show like that, we may also attract a fair amount of people from Wyoming as well.
Yeah,
Okay. So before we go tonight, maybe we can set a time that's gonna work for everybody, most people, at least for Halloween events. Candy bags, and what do you figure you wanna? Cause if they don't work for this one,
Yeah.
we can't really carry them over to, can't really carry Halloween candy over to Easter. Or sorry, but.
Well, I mean, we could carry like little, like if we did like little chocolate bars and stuff, I mean, that would still work for Christmas.
So maybe more generic than type.
Yeah, so maybe like some Halloween stuff, but maybe just more generic candy as well.
Okay.
That way. So we probably need at least 300, if not more.
Right.
We're probably looking at least $3 to $4 a bag. $3 a bag at least, so maybe $1,000. For the bags and that kind of stuff, and then at least that'll get us a good chunk of the way there and have a chance to put them together.
And then whatever doesn't work there, we can always transition over to Crimson Village anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. What's everyone else's thoughts if we at least budget 1,000 for candy bags?
I know. Sure.
Not so expensive anymore, it probably be okay. Nicole, do we need a motion then, obviously, for that, or?
You probably need a motion for the total budget if you're gonna get the magician, etc.
well, even if we don't do a magician, if we're looking into the haunted house rental, we kind of need to do it.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, because we still have October's, right?
If you want to book somebody, though, they're gonna need some money done. They're not gonna just.
Yeah, I think we'd have to probably make a decision today. I think wait until October to book someone will be a little bit less.
Do we know what our estimate is on what we're spending on Christmas? Because that will give us a better idea on what. we're spending on.
Not totally yet, because some of the people have not gotten back to me, although a lot of the Christmas in the Village event is kind of in one hand and out the other from local groups. Our portion is relatively minor. I would think we probably could comfortably and still having some carryover for next year. Our Easter in the Easter one, what did it come in at? Do you know? Was it 3,500?
Sounds right.
Sounds about right.
And we probably would be better off closer to 4 next year by the time we do candy and, yeah.
Well, we could put in for budget of 5, but I honestly hope we don't come anywhere close to that for this event.
We need to do candy. I mean, if we have, well, I just think if we have food available and there's a show, I just think kids are gonna be trick or treating. There's gonna be lots of candy happening over that week.
Yeah.
Like, do you think if we didn't spend $1,000 on candy, there would be,
What kind of food are you referring to then?
well, I thought you said the optimists would do what?
What they could,
Okay.
Like when they do hot dogs, they
I'll check in with them.
chips and whatever.
Right now, it's, was up in the air, said, yeah, we're favorable to helping you out.
Oh,
That,
okay, yeah.
with no, what they would do, they say they're favorable to helping us out.
I think realistically, we could even ask them to just sell hot dog chips at the pop and like. They're not going to sell them at exorbitant prices. Like people would probably be just as happy to pay and see the money go to
Yeah,
whatever they want to raise money for.
I'll talk
And
to
then,
you about that.
yeah,
Like,
Okay.
maybe if we didn't call it Halloween, but just kind of, I don't know. I just think Halloween, you do kind of expect there'll be candy for the kids, but
well, the other option is we go really low key and just do like a small bag of chips or something as the kids are leaving. And that would keep the cost down drastically.
Could you, instead of having candy, could you have a stress contest, different categories? Some prizes towards that. Then that way you're getting them dressed up, they're coming out to it. They're coming, if you have a magician or whatever you have to entertain them. Optimists can sell their food, the kids are coming, you're not spending the money on candy. And whatever your prizes are, is gonna be a fraction of what that big cost would be.
And then just do like a small like candy basket type thing. It's the price for like maybe 20-30 bucks. But then the issue is somebody has to pick best costume. which
We
probably-
have a surprise judge and, you know, different categories.
I think you volunteered.
I'm actually in Florida that weekend.
You just booked the ticket now,
I'm sure the deputy would be more than pleased to.
There you go. She will.
That is another option we could.
No.
So like make sure they get a little bit of candy and not spend a boat ton of money, cause it is Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, I see where Brenda's coming from too, though, like, the kids are going trick or treating in a couple days and they are going to get loaded with candy.
about apples. I mean, we have Reeds, we have Zeckfelds. What about? No, maybe nobody would really appreciate that. I don't know.
My kids love apples, but they may be the exception or not the rule.
Throw a toothbrush in too.
Well,
Not
no
my
sense.
dress.
I'm saying it has to be candy. It can be like small. Not treats, but like just a small like toy of some sort. Like,
But they're all probably more expensive. Like, we could even do like a juice box and a package of gummies. And that would be less than probably 50 cents a kid.
Does McDonald's still give out those coupons that they always used to give to kids for Halloween and you bring the parent in the store, or am I dating myself?
I think McDonald's gives them out, you have to buy that pack now if you want to give them.
I think Tim Hortons though, used to give away Timbit coupons for Halloween or something along those lines. Although now I'm dating
Sounds
myself.
like Mike's already gonna write it down and go visit them.
Well, I'll go to McDonald's too.
I always liked getting the McDonald's coupon. So if they did it, that would be I think that would be.
It's good for them because if the kids are gonna come in, mom and dad are gonna spend money.
Well, that's right, and they live in Plympton-Wyoming anyway. Right? Okay, I can contact the head there, McDonald's.
So I think then if we wanna do something like a magic show of some sort, we can probably just do crafts and like small activities. Coloring pages and use what we had to decorate the pumpkins to like decorate other stuff. And have that as our main draw. I think we were talking about 11 to 2 maybe for the event. Does that sound right to anybody? Yeah.
think we were gonna run it a bit shorter, right? It's Easter next year, we're thinking of running at least an hour shorter.
Yeah, but if we look at doing. Something like the 40-minute magic show or something like that. That's a decent chunk of time out of it, and then with some sort of. Costume competition. Cause you'd wanna have a time set for both, you'd probably want the magic show at 12, and the costume competition maybe at 1:30 or something like that.
What? Like I said, I. Just to get things moving along, what if we have a budget of 4? Yeah, I hope not to spend near that, but what if we have that, we kind of work within our means, then that leaves us enough money for everything else, plus a bit of carryover for 2025.
What was the cost of the show?
So it's, so just the show is 2,450 plus tax, so we're looking. 2,770. The show with the mingling. Is 3,900 tax. And he does also do balloon animals while he's doing the mingling, which is nice. Do you know, Brenda, was he open to maybe like the show with an hour of mingling?
Sorry, run that by me again.
Was he open to like the show with an hour of mingling to try to maybe bring the cost down a little bit?
I can reach out to him and see.
I feel like just the show might not be enough. But I don't know if we need a full 2 hours. But we're probably. I mean, it's,
Is that 3,900 show plus 2 hours of mingling?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent, I wonder if you can quote for 3 hour, or the show plus 1 hour maybe.
like the show plus 1 hour is probably, cause it looks like he's probably 500 an hour. So the show plus an hour of mingling, if we assume it's 1,950 is tax. Then we're 3,330. And probably part of that cost is that he's coming from Toronto.
What do we pay for those people? Every day? 2,300, it wasn't. That's what I mean, so.
Yeah.
So if we're paying this, that's good.
I honestly really don't want to go over 4, and I think we just have to make it work however we can.
Well, we could do, if we could do the hour show with the mingling sorry, the 40-minute show with an hour of mingling. We could for sure keep the rest of the costs under 4. That would give us $650 to do everything else. So advertising is probably $100.
It didn't have to be that much with
Yeah,
the options helping.
and then, what else do we have? Advertising. I know I'm forgetting something,
Signs and.
like all the sides comes up. Okay.
So what do we want to put in for a budget? We'll just see what we can get from that.
Why don't we put in for a budget of 4? And then we'll take, how did you find this guy, Brenda?
I just kind of did a search.
Yeah. Did you find anybody else that looked similar that might have been closer? Just cause I wonder if some of that cost is because it's 6 hours of driving. I wonder if we could find somebody in London or Kitchener, if we might get a slightly better price.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not stuck on going with him.
Yeah.
You said you had someone you could put a price.
There's actually 2 people. One of them, yeah, I can reach out to. The other one, Yeah, the Egg Society years ago, they worked for Disney Cruise Lines. And they could come in with the magic show, and they just live in Strathroy. Never talked to her,
Husband and wife, weren't they?
haven't talked to them for a while, but I can ask them as well.
Yeah, why don't we approve a budget? We'll
6 hours
see,
travel.
yeah, and we'll see what we can do within that.
So do you want to make the motion then?
Yeah, so I motion for a budget of $4,000 for our Halloween event. That we'll use to do entertainment and advertising. Some sort of loot of some sort.
Your seconder? All in favor? Approved, thank you. And then, yeah, like I said, before we go, we will kind of get together and get a date. Of when we can meet, really, to get on this. And in the meantime, everyone else can find out all the details and have it for that meeting at least. Moving on, Christmas in the Village update. So I did send an email to Councillor Vasey, and they are actually having a meeting tonight. And it was in regards to some of the things that we're thinking of doing at their grounds, so they're going to discuss that there, and he's gonna let me know tomorrow. I have reached out to the one horse and carriage. They're available and they're booked in. I still haven't got a hold of the other one, but Gary, did you?
I had that action item, Mr. Chair. I did reach out to Claire and he was right in the middle of having truck problems trying to get to the Petrolia Fair.
Okay.
So the timing's not great here, is it, Claire? No, but whatever you want, Gary, I think I'll be okay. So I gotta check with him this week. So,
If not, I was gonna run down to see him at Heavy Horse anyway. If he.
it sounded, through the frustration, he sounded like he was okay with it.
Okay.
But I'll follow up.
And then everybody I know was covering that particular cost there. There's a donation there. Nicole, can I get you to pull up that one PDF I sent you, or that one JPEG I sent you? So this is in regards to what we approved regarding the pixel tree. I have been doing massive amounts of webinars and all that for the last couple months, and extremely good handle on what's going on. So this is an example of one of them. So it'll be a 16-foot tall tree, 7 feet wide. Hopefully the show's longer than that.
Is this like the Griswolds? I can see it.
Second.
Good on our end.
It's probably Outlook that's blocking that, I would think.
Well, it was working earlier.
Download it and play it offline, maybe.
So the download. Then just go into your downloaded folders and click on it. So if you click on your file explorer on the bottom. Oh, there you go. That'll work.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up through the fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time, jingle bells time. Dancing and
Gonna skip.
jingle bells square. The clock mix and mingle in the jingle beat. That's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime, jingle bell.
So all of this music is, all the lights, I should say, are timed to the music. There is enough. There is enough stuff that I've kind of been working with right now that gives us a 56-minute show if we want. So there's 16 songs at roughly 3.5 minutes each, so we can cut that down to whatever and carry some forward from here on out. I will say just incredibly interesting to learn this technology and what it will do. Nothing at all like this is down in the area, so I hope it will be a draw. My vision, I guess, would be to have this running for the entire month of December. But not with the music, because I don't want to interrupt the neighbors and stuff, but I can run the show without music. So people, if they can't make it that night on the 14th, they can, you see it, you know, let's say from 7 to 9 or whatever. I can have the show run twice and whatever, randomize it. Just so that it's available for the entire month of December.
So is it gonna be here in time for Christmas?
Yeah, no problem.
Well, Santa did deliver this year, didn't he?
The company that is producing it does a lot of Canada. Little lady named Betsy down in Houston, Texas, absolutely wonderful lady to talk to. Phenomenal price. I will say they have it all together with everything that they need for to put the show together, and then it's just a matter of building it. And like I said, all the programming, I've been working on that for the last couple of months. So anyway, it's just a matter, I guess, of getting in touch with Adam and figuring out how we're going to put the payment for this through, whether you would like me to do it or whether you want the town to do it. I don't know. We can discuss that.
I can do it as long as I have a quote to approve and we know where we're issuing the check to.
Yep. It wouldn't be checked though. That would be the thing. It'd be credit card because it's the states.
So I have it in my hand. That was well timed.
So, the actual tree itself is, about 2,200 US for everything that I need. Phenomenal price actually, this company, so it's like I said, 16 feet tall, 7 feet wide, 3,600 lights, 360-degree viewing. It's got a 2-foot star on top.
So the Lions are gonna talk this evening about whether or not they're okay with having it there then
Right.
for December?
It is, it's 12 volt. So they plug it in, it down, actually, sorry, it's 5 volt for the controller. So it's such a minimal power draw. It's quite something, actually. It's minimal power. But anyway, so, and then there's bits and pieces that I'm still trying to sort out. So I'm just kind of gonna maybe get some of that stuff through some of the local places, Princess Auto, Home Depot, Watson's, building the base and stuff like that. That and then shipping, and definitely want insurance on it. So I'm trying to get all those final numbers. Hopefully I hit them tonight. Meeting, but a couple people didn't get back to me. But I think everything's said and done. I know we budgeted 4,200 or 4,000, whatever I saw.
4,000.
It should come in just a fraction over 3. And these things, if you go buy them, are about 15 or 16,000.
There are guide wires on this, Brad?
There will be 3 that will be attached to the base themselves. Yeah. And then I kind of would like probably the works department to put some fencing around it. And then take it down before the show that night at the Lions Hall.
We'll take it down before that evening.
Just fencing down.
Fencing, you mean?
Fencing down.
And do you need somebody to like come in sections? Or how do you put the top section on?
Blocks. So,
There, who's gonna go up 16 feet?
so it's all being worked out as we speak, so.
See Donnie Allison's truck pulling in there.
Oh, no, it's all gonna be on a winch system. Oh, yeah, I got it all figured out. So trust me, it's all It's all figured out.
Trust me, yeah.
No, it's all figured out.
Did we make a reservation for a Zoom boom just in case?
No, the way that this is done, no, it definitely is on a wish system, so it will be fine, no problem. But if you want, sure, but I mean, you're not gonna need it. Anyway, so that's kind of in that respect, and we're still gonna have all the stuff we had last year. The horse and carriage rides. Mike, you were in contact with some music. Fill us in on that.
It's confirmed.
Okay.
There's gonna be an issue with electric guitars in the winter, so they're just going to use supplied music. There won't be live music,
Is this Dean?
but the tracks, yes.
Is it Dean? Okay. How many guys are usually bringing with them?
2 to 3, it sounds like.
So and this is Dean Holtz. He was with the Celebration of Lights.
The playing in the winter. Cars won't work, and we really don't want to go indoors, obviously, with music.
And I have reached out to Mike Vasey first of all, just to see if maybe we can schedule a meeting with all the community groups, hopefully by the end of the month. Just kind of what they'd like, just to get everyone on board. And kind of say some of the things that we found out last year that kind of need to be improved on this year. Anything else for that event right now?
Shut down Broadway with the fire department like last year, and then the rest of the streets were barricade off.
Yeah, as far as I know, Lisa and Dennis are still gonna run the tractor parade. Well, it'll be a lot bigger. But I want to touch base with her because I haven't talked to her for a couple months.
They're in between diaper details, so.
So that will be good.
I wonder if too, for the tractor parade this year, if we could set up online voting. Like have like a QR code to scan and just have it go to like a Survey Monkey or something like that to let people vote online.
Survey Monkey. Yeah.
I thought it was free. Only up to so many people voted.
Oh,
or-
not yeah. It's only limited.
Google Forms is free. Google Forms is free. Same thing.
Let me ask my husband too, maybe he can just set up a survey. It'd be nice to be able to like vote and then see what the results are as when it goes.
Yep. I know last year Lisa was saying that they had the tractors to the south of the in behind the laneway in behind.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be enough this year, so they're probably going to have it down at the fairgrounds in the front parking lot, I think she was hoping for.
Mhm.
But I said I gotta touch base with her and just to see if we're still. tracking that.
Yeah, because then like we could post the link to our Facebook page, like we could have some QR codes around,
Yeah.
so that it would be easier for people to vote and maybe get a bit more participation on it.
That's for voting for the tractor.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna do the house decorating again.
yeah, that was the next thing.
Sorry, I didn't look,
No, that's
I
okay.
didn't look at your agenda, Brett, so.
It wasn't that
It
detailed.
wasn't that detailed. I've seen a couple pictures online from a local resident that is waiting with bated breath to get the lawn decorated.
We're from last year.
Yes.
Tell them Halloween is first.
So, yeah, I think we should definitely run the lighting competition. You said that the carriage person is waiting, right? They know about the carriage ride, first carriage.
Yes, yeah, I'll go and talk to them again, but I told them they had the first ride.
Okay.
So I'll refresh their memory.
That's good. And then we'll revamp the prize structure maybe just a little bit this year. Just to get a little bit more encouragement since there's some fun. It was so nice to see last year. It was, so.
I'll take up the mayor or what?
If we need to,
So that's really all that I have on that particular event right now. Until we kind of get together with everybody else and kind of find out what they're planning on, and then we can budget for that one, because there's really nothing we have to book since it's already looked after. And I believe it was just by donation, right? That Dean was doing it for you. Okay. Does anyone else have anything for Christmas in the Village that they kind of need answered or clarified or discussed right now? We probably should do a post sooner rather than later, just to let people know about the Halloween event and, so the village one we already did, right? And so we should do one for like, give people lots of heads up time.
The lighting display, going this competition.
Right.
I'll do the Halloween just once we. That's eventually.
Anything else anyone has for section 6? No, okay, moving on, 7.1. 2025 Special Events Committee Calendar. So on the back of our package, we have a sheet there, the proposed meeting dates for the committee, just so that we're all able to kind of work our plan to be here. So I have a motion here by Gord, seconded by I'm sorry. I have a motion here moved by Brenda, seconded by Gord, that the Special Events Committee approve the 2025 special events meeting dates, and that approved meeting dates be forwarded on to the town clerk for inclusion into the 2025 council and committee calendar. Favor? Thank you. Correspondence, any new business from anybody for anything?
Given that we're ordering this big tree that's gonna have to go somewhere in January.
Yep, I've got that taken care of.
But, are we looking at any storage options this year,
I
or is
haven't been
that?
able to get in
Yeah.
contact. That was one of the people that was on my list to get an answer from. The one company that I just didn't feel comfortable with one company that gave me a quote, so I was waiting for this other guy to come in, so. Yeah, I've got it covered for this season, but next year we'll have to. And it all depends on, I suppose, what, I can't see the Lions Club having an issue with having that particular and there brings exposure to them as well as the town, so I will hear back from Alfred tomorrow. But I do want to get moving on this sooner rather than later, hopefully this week, because yeah, building. Nobody has anything else, then motion here by Charlene, seconded by Mike, that the Special Events Committee be adjourned until the next Special Events Committee meeting to be held October 7th, 2024, commencing at 7 o'clock. Favor?